Dion, can you hear me? Dion, can you hear me? Hello? What's wrong, man? Let's do it.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we will, when we remembered Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we will, when we remembered Zion. The wicked carried us away in captivity, required from us a song. Now how shall
Can you
we
hear me,
sing
Dion?
the Lord's song in a
Hello?
strange land?
Can you hear me?
That the wicked carried us away in captivity, requiring of us a song. Now how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Very good. Okay. Check Facebook. Check Facebook. It's, we are live right there.
All right.
Be acceptable in thy sight here tonight. By the rivers of
Can you
Babylon,
do it now?
there we sat down. Yeah, we will, when we
Okay.
remembered
Can you see it?
Zion.
Yeah.
Okay, so start sharing. Let's start sharing it.
There we sat down.
Let's start sharing the show.
Yeah, we will, when we remembered Zion.
cardio burns fat, right?
The waiting is over, and we are.
and gentlemen, you are welcome to the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show, happening live on Facebook. Today is the 12th day of December,
Bring my necklace.
2020. Can you hear me?
Lydia.
Hello? Can you hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay, good. Just give me 1 second here. So, we are coming your way live on Facebook, all the way from Dallas, Texas, on the Joe Brown name, and everybody know him, and we all like to hear from him all the time. He is going to be here with me today, and I'm very glad that you are joining us already on Facebook Live. We're going to record and also transmit on YouTube, just in case some of you don't have the opportunity of watching live today on Facebook. We'll be bringing it your way on YouTube, and I'll be putting all this in your screen so you know where to go check us out on YouTube. With me today is the one and only ambassador, Dion Osagie. Ambassador Dion Osagie, welcome to the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience?
All right, a very good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone watching from around the world. I remain your brother, your friend, Ambassador Dion Osagie, the president founder of the God State Foundation, the #1 charity in Africa. We have been able to instigate a global change. Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Joe. We are very proud of you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you, my brother Dion Osagie. You don't.
But it would be nice if you can do something with your volume, sir. Because we can barely hear you, sir.
You can barely hear me?
Yeah, the volume is very low on our end.
Is that right? But I think it is. I don't know. Have you checked your system?
Okay, we can continue.
Okay, but you can hear me, right? I know. Those
Yeah, I can hear you.
audience, they should be hearing us clearly. I'm putting your pictures in here because the video is having some little problem on Facebook, but it's recording. So don't worry about that. I'm just putting whenever I bring you in, I put your picture in there, okay? But it's recorded. I want to bring it on recording, okay? So do not worry about that. So at the moment, I'm going to check with Facebook and see what's going on there on Facebook. Can you see it on Facebook? Can you see us there?
Yeah, you are right there, yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure, okay? And all right, so now that that is okay, like I said, we're being recorded. I'm going to bring them on after the show. Mr. Dion Osagie is an activist and a philanthropist. CEO of a couple of NGOs. He is into politics. I want the audience to know that today, especially on Dion, we will open the line later on for phone calls for questions. So, but for right now, it's going to be Dion. I'm going to discuss with him. Then after a little bit, I put the number that you're going to call on your screen so you can call and ask questions or contribute to this program today. Please be aware that Joe Brown Idele-Ero show is #1 well known for the truth. We are here to speak the truth. We are here for the development of our state and our country, Nigeria. We are here always to bring you the truth about whatever issue that we deem fit to bring to you, live broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. So therefore, please, I enjoin you, the audience, if you're going to join us, please be cautious and we do not tolerate any verbal abuse. We do not tolerate any profanity, you know. So if you're going to say something, You go straight to the point, ask your questions. We are here to answer whatever question that you have. If you're going to contribute, objectively. Do not use curse words. It's prohibited in this program, okay? Yes, I'm going to go straight to the point. I'm going to go straight to the point. I'm going to be asking my guest, Ambassador Dion Osagie. Like I said, you all know him already, and he has been out there, very outspoken, and he is well known for bringing up development in our state. He has one time he aspired to a position of power, but he later stepped down. But today we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about his activism. We're going to talk about his NGOs, his support for the less privileged, children and widows and women generally. We're going to talk about his NGO, how it's being funded and all that stuff. We're going to talk about many other things today. You got the chance. Like I said, we're going to open up our question time in just let's say about an hour from now. We will open that up. In the meantime, I'm going to discuss with Dion Osagie. Okay, Mr. Dion Osagie, Ambassador Dion Osagie.
I greet you, sir.
Yes,
thank you so much, sir, for having me.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to ask you a quick question here, okay? The very first question I'm going to ask you here. So I want you to go ahead and be straight with us. You are an activist, a philanthropist, and the CEO of a couple of NGOs and politics. Now tell us, what motivated you to go into activism and your generosity as a philanthropist?
All right, thank you so much for the question, sir. Well, growing up in those states, I'm moving down to America, where a country where even at 50, you still have so much potential to be who you want to be. Growing up in those states, moving to America has been a great motivation for me to be able to give back a little to my community. After spending over 20 years in America, I find out that there are so many changes we can create in our state that we are not doing. I wanted to use myself to show those people with a greater influence that there are little things we can do to make a difference. And the other way to do that is not by coming on social media to talk about Nigeria is bad and those things is bad. It's to actually do it so that people can see that, look, what we are saying is actually very, very possible if we come together to effect the change. And being an activist is something that comes natural. After living in America, when you see how governance is being run, you are forced to speak up for those people who don't have a voice. The average Nigerian is a natural activist. The average Nigerian is an activist. But the problem is, not very many persons have the voice to speak up. Because the average Nigerian, when you speak up in Nigeria, you are going to be arrested and nothing is going to happen. So, but being an American and having the voice automatically created so many passion inside of me to be able to rescue my people. And we are seeing a lot of changes in that aspect of being an activist. So many things are happening in those states that I started, especially that has to do with kindness. Thank you so much for the question.
Good. Thank you so much, Mr. Dion Osagie. I appreciate you. I'm going to move further, there. And then we also know that you, as an NGO CEO, you are the founder of the what do you call it? The
God Sent Foundation.
The God Sent Foundation. Okay, and the God Sent Foundation has done a lot of things recognized worldwide. You have been you have contributed immensely in rescuing a lot of people who are downtrodden, in the society, especially in our state, Edo State. People have seen what you have done in that direction. You have rescued children out of the street from nowhere, put them in school. You have also been seeing also working with women. You know, you have done a lot. You have contributed. You have assisted a lot of women who are less privileged, who could not meet up with their challenges, and you have also supported them, you know, financially and many other ways. So we remember, I mean, with tribute to our elderly father, Gabriel Igbinedion, Dr. Gabriel Igbinedion. He did a lot of what you're doing now. I don't know what to say. You emulate that from him. There was a time he created what he calls soup kitchen in Edo State, where people who do not have anything to eat, they go over there and eat. Your program is kind of similar to what our statesman, elder statesman Gabriel Igbinedion did way back, you know, in the days in Edo State. Then it was Bende State. Now it's Edo State. So you are doing a lot of those things. Now, let me ask you this. What motivated you actually? We talked about that a minute ago. Now, how is your NGO funded? How is it funded? Can you please give us a brief history of how your NGO is being funded?
Oh, all right. Thank you so much for the question. When you look at the history of the country where we live, America, you will find out that even as beautiful as America, they have so many NGOs in America being funded by organizations, being funded by the public, being funded by so many individuals who have a passion to make the world a better place. The only challenge we have in Nigeria is that there are no people, we don't have people who are so passionate to give back to the community. There are also people who are very passionate but cannot give back because of the greed of a few persons. Because a lot of charity in Nigeria do not operate because they want to give back.
Okay.
They only operate because they want to give to themselves. This has been a big problem whereby many countries who want to give back to Nigeria do not give to Nigeria because of our fraudulent ways. All right. So I found out that was a big problem for me. I registered the non-profit organization in the state of Texas with a 501c3. My dream was to register a 501c3, which I did in 2011.
Mr.
I tried so many ways.
Mr. Osagie, sorry. You just mentioned how it's registered in the state of Texas, 501c3, right? Many people don't understand what you mean by that. Can you explain that? You know, break it down a little bit to our audience.
All right. A 501c3 is a registration from the United States government whereby people can actually donate to you and get a tax break. So if, for example, if you see a cause that you like, a charity that you like, you can decide to give that charity $100 or $1,000. At the end of the tax year, I can give you a receipt and you can write it up as a tax break. So, for example, you are going to pay back to the U.S. government $1,000 in tax. If you donate $1,000 to charity, it means that you are not paying to the federal government that refund. So, 501c3 is what Save the Children is using, is what Bill Gates Foundation is using, is what all the big organizations in USA is using. So I have a 501c3. So I figured that if I have a 501c3, I will be able to invest in Nigeria. But that was not happening. Because every time you are a corporate in America, oh, I want to give my people, I want people, every Nigerian is out there to scam them. But my case was different. I had a genuine love for my people, man. But guess what? I decided to use my people to build my community. I initiated what they call the Akube Tour. The Akube Tour was an initiative to go around the world in 2017. It was an initiative to go around the world to express and meet my Edo people, to let them know that there are so many challenges in our state that we all can come together to effect the change. Mr. Joe, in 2017, as a young man, I traveled over 25 countries in the world, bringing my Edo people together. And I was able to convince my Edo people that a little bit of kindness can make a big impact in Edo State. So from there, we started addressing all these cases. When we have somebody that has a surgery, we bring them to our live program. We raise millions upon millions of naira, helping Edo people with different initiatives. So the program we are doing is proudly sponsored by Edo people and good Nigerians all over the world. So many changes have been created, like you have seen. We have renovated a lot of schools. We are celebrating the icons, whereby we celebrate our legendaries like Osagie Joseph, Abomo. You spoke about the Asama. He's one of my great icons. Good people who have been making a difference in Edo State. We have been able to create that impact. We have the first free school in Edo State, where we have over 153 students taking free education. We are currently building the first free health care in Edo State in the local government. We also have the first free women's shelter, which my wife, our first lady, Mrs. Winnie Osagie, is the head of that department. So we have a lot of good initiatives. Speaking of the soup kitchen, we have been able to cook for our people over 140 times since July 1st, 2017, when we started. Every day till today, people still go to our office. Just today, before I came online with you, another successful surgery was done for a young man who came to our office just yesterday. Just yesterday, a young person came to our office. He has a boy of about 5 years old, looking for money for the past 4 months just to have an hernia surgery of less than 100,000. So we were able to solve that yesterday, and today they have sent me an update of that. So many good things were done, and it is the good people of Nigeria, the good people of Edo State, and I want to use this medium to thank them all for their support.
Okay. I guess the ambassador is having some issue with audio. Please control your audio and so that the people can hear you. I'm watching the audience out there. They're watching the messages. It looks like we are having some break in audio, but it's okay. Like I said, this program is being recorded with his face on video, but unfortunately right now we are unable to bring his face out on video. So, but it's going to be later on transmitted on Facebook and YouTube. I will bring that up. In the meantime, I want you to please bear with us and continue to share the program. Share this program because it's a special program. Dion Osagie is here today to tell those of you who don't even know about what he is doing and who don't know what he intends to do in the future. So today is your opportunity to be part of this program. Please do not go away. Stay tuned with us. My name is Idele-Ero of the Idele-Ero Show from Dallas, Texas. Now, I'm going over to the next question, Mr. Osagie. You intended to run for an office a while back, right? And it looks like you kind of changed your mind. That means like you stepped down, or I don't know what happened. We heard about all that. Are you still interested in running for a political position in the near future? Can you please tell us about that? Ambassador Dion Osagie.
Yes, sir. I decided to run not a while back, actually. It was this year. I decided to run for the Edo State governor because I truly believe that for anyone to lead, you have to have a passion. To be considered applicational wise, what determines passion you have on that election is because of the COVID-19. 99% of the people who wanted to support the dream of winning the election could not make it back. All right. As you already know, I am the most influential young person from Edo State in the diaspora. I am the most influential young person in Edo State in the diaspora. So I had thousands of Edo people who were willing to come to Edo State so that we could win the election. But majority of them of Edo State as a white young person, I decided to step down. And yes, I have an intention to take over Edo State in the nearest future. We believe that with what I know already, I will be able to lead Edo people to a better day. We need governors in Edo State. We need someone who is passionate about change. We need somebody who will carry all Edo people in the diaspora along. The Edo people in the diaspora are not carried along. I, as an individual, go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yes, I heard that already.
One of the
Yes, yeah, I heard that already. You're doing good so far. The reason for that question, I'm going to bring it back on later anyway. But at the moment, I was like, I need the audience to be aware that this program is being recorded here at the studio. They will have the opportunity to see you live, your video. But at the moment, I'm unable to do that because of some technical issues. So that's why I'm showing your picture so that they know who is talking. Whenever you're talking,
problem, sir.
I bring in your
No
picture
problem. Everything is all good, sir.
on the screen. So later on,
No
I will
problem,
now republish the whole conversation, out there again on Facebook and YouTube. Now, we have all heard about what you said about the passion of helping the people, bringing the people out of poverty and all that stuff. Because a lot of people who are out there at the moment, we all know what they call a stomach infrastructure. People are there; they are not passionate in helping the people. They're not there to serve the people. They are there to serve their own pocket. A lot of them out there. But again, we thank God for the present government. We'll talk about that also later, that things are kind of changing. We all got to be truthful here, So things are changing now for the better. But anyway, so we appreciate your passion, holding tight to the people. You want, to take the people out of poverty, which is the main goal. Looking at where you're coming from, your background in America, I mean, anybody who actually have their people at heart, and you have lived in the United States of America, I mean, you want to take the America back to Nigeria, that would have been, if it was possible, I know you would do that. Unfortunately,
it is possible, sir.
Yeah.
It is very possible, sir. We are going to work on that before the next decade. Edo State will be the America we dream about. It's very, very possible. It's not a lot of work. Sir, in Romania is one of the worst countries in the world, in Europe. But you'll be surprised that in Romania, the way they treat their citizens is unbelievable. So we can really have good policies in place if we have good people who are truly passionate about moving the state forward. It's very, very possible and easy. All right, and the state government need to carry the Edos in the diaspora along. We have so much to offer. All right, more than 50% of the development in Edo State is from the Edos in the diaspora. We contribute so much. I personally have over 50 staffs. I am paid every month in Edo State. Many of our brothers who live in various countries have small businesses at home, but the Edo people in the diaspora are not carried along so that they can build Edo State. Like you said, the governor of Edo State is trying, and we have to agree with you. I will have to agree with you that he is doing his best. But imagine if the governor of Edo State today now carried the Edo people along. Imagine the governor of Edo State now using his office to say, you know what, I want to meet the Edos in the diaspora by bringing every Edo leader in every city to meet with the governor to ask these people, look, what can you do for Edo State? What can your organization do for Edo State? Mr. Joe, for you, for example, I know that I've known you for almost 20 years since I've lived in America. Look, you have a good platform. You are very passionate about the people. I understand that if you are given a chance to make an impact in Edo State, I know that so much you can do. When it comes to telecommunication or showbiz or entertainment or radio, I know that you can use your platform of what you have already learned in America and take it back home. I know that within 6 months, you can create 100 jobs. So my pain is that the state government is trying, like you said, but there's so much to offer. We have so much to
look, yeah, please check your audio and on your device. It looks like we kind of break it up a little bit. I think the network is being affected. I don't know, but however, we're doing well so far. Check your audio and make sure everything is working well. If you are just joining us, this is the Joe Brown Idele-Ero show happening live on Facebook. Please, please, please share this program. Share this program to your groups and your friends, so that everybody will be part of it. They will all enjoy the show. And we appreciate you joining us today. We're going to continue to bring you, individuals of a great repute, so they can talk about how we can move our state in particular forward. So again, we are still moving on. Mr. Dion Osagie, if you can hear me very well, and you think your device is still okay, I want to ask you the next question.
Loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. I'm going to ask you the next question here, okay? We've been talking about politics, in those states. Generally, we bring in our governor, our able governor, our working governor, Governor Godwin Osagie. I'll bring that in just a little bit. But in the meantime, I want to ask you, on a general term, how do you see the politics in Nigeria? How do you see the politics in Nigeria? How do you see godfatherism? How do you see imposition of people on the people? Because we are operating democracy, which is supposed to be the government of the people and operated by the people themselves. But in the past, before the coming of Governor Godwin Osagie, we have seen that it's been dominated by political gladiators, who call themselves godfathers, which is not acceptable in a democratic settings, So, but I'm going to ask you now, how do you see the politics of Nigeria? How do you see the trend, the upward, trend to the better situation than where we have been? Can you please tell us something that your own view, how do you see the politics of Nigeria today?
All right, thank you so much for the question. For me, I don't think Nigerians or Nigeria as a whole know what politics is about. Politics is supposed to be about the welfare of the people. Politics is supposed to be about putting the citizens first. Politics is supposed to be about securing lives and properties of the citizens. But in Nigeria as a whole, it is not like that. In Nigeria, politics is a big business. Politics is for those people who are just going there, collect salary, and don't do anything. Politics is supposed to be about accountability. Politics is supposed to be about love and development. So, but in Nigeria of today, we are not seeing any of that. In Nigeria of today,
I'm waiting for Ambassador Dion Osagie to reconnect with me. Then we will keep talking. But right now, I wanted to understand that the program is all yours. The program is all yours, and you have the right to be part of it, okay? You have the right to be part of the program. So as soon as the ambassador reconnect with us, let me see what's going on here. Please, I'm going to start playing some music for you while we are doing while we are fixing the technical issues, okay? So please enjoy the music of Osagie. It will be just a second. We'll be right back to you, okay?
kwado agenotata agenotata ekigi fie no 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 kwado agenotata
No problem, sir. I'm with you.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, no, I can hear you, yes.
Very good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to continue the program because I have to kind of pause it and bring in the music because people are still watching us and they're still listening to the program. So in the meantime, I'm going to pause the music and continue with the program.
No problem, sir.
So, okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ambassador Dion is back live on the program, the Jobran Idele-Ero show. So I'm going to put him back on air so that we will ask him the question that we have to ask because I'm going to be opening up the phone line in just a minute. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because all these broadcasts is being recorded. We're going to put it out there on the our YouTube channel as well. You know, so in the meantime, I'm going to bring in the ambassador again, and then put the number for you to call for questions on your screen. So if you have the number out there, you can go ahead and start making the call. Because we have some technical issues, we're not going to be here for long. But I know that some other time, Ambassador Dion Osagie will come right back to us. So please bear with us. Please bear with us. Ambassador Dion Osagie, we were talking about the future of politics in Nigeria before we had that technical break in transmission.
Yes, sir.
So now I want you to give us, I mean, go ahead and tell us a little bit about that before we open up the phone calls, the phone lines for the audience.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. Those of you listening to me, I'm sorry for the break in transmission. Well, you asked me a question, what is politics like in Nigeria? I was basically saying that in Nigeria today, I think politics is more of a business, okay? Politics is politics is supposed to be making sure your community stand out. Politics is supposed to be about what initiative you can create. People who are elected in public offices seem more superior than the people who elected them. It is totally different in the United States where we both live. All right. Politicians in Nigeria are public servants, but in Nigeria, politicians seem like emperors. People see politicians who are supposed to serve them as their superior, but it's not supposed to be that way. But in Nigeria today, politicians in Nigeria earn more than the American president. It is simply unfair for a House of Representatives.
For this program. Now, you were saying something. Do you still have more to say about
Basically, I'm saying that the only way Nigerian politics can move forward is for us to be able to let young people know that the future of Nigeria belongs to them, so that they can start holding people in public office accountable for their jobs. Nobody is doing their job in Edo State. People get elected in public office and just collect salary without doing anything. There's no development. All right? So I think that's what we need to do to move Nigerian politics forward, accountability and holding people responsible. And I think that our people are starting to wake up with the recent EndSARS movement that happened. I think it's a good step for Nigerian people as a whole.
Thank you so much. You just said that that's exactly the next point I was going to go into, the EndSARS that happened, and then you just came right back on it. Okay, now the EndSARS that took place, should I say a month ago or by a couple of months now, you saw exactly what happened. We all are witnesses of exactly what happened in that EndSARS. The beginning, the idea to me and to people who have come on this broadcast, I've had a lot of intelligent people talk about that issue on this broadcast, on this channel. I've had Ambassador Matthew Biki Uwaifo, who is based in Tanzania, who is also very, very passionate about the development of Edo State and Nigeria. He's always on my broadcast, and he comes up with great ideas. Ambassador Biki Uwaifo, I could not invite him today because today was a special day for Ambassador Dion Osagie. Now, we have had people like Ronnie Jacobs, also talking about the EndSARS issue. We have had other, great guests on this platform. Now, today you are here. I wanted to quickly talk about it before I open the line for people to call. Now, the EndSARS, I know that the people who started it, they met well. It was a very great and laudable program. Even the president appreciated them, that there was extrajudicial killings and by the SARS, the police. SARS is a branch of I wouldn't say branch. It was a kind of what do you call it? They set that SARS up to control the activities of criminals, especially those criminals like kidnappers, the hoodlums, the armed robbers, many things that has been going on. That was the reason why they created SARS. But unfortunately, they went beyond that and started, extracting money from people, extorting money from people, killing innocent citizens and all that stuff. So that was there was a lot of violation of human rights by the SARS. So they came up with that. But unfortunately, they embedded it with hoodlums who came and hijacked the process. The process. The president actually applauded them for what they were doing at the beginning until later on when they now started having a lot of destructions, arson, burning of places, especially in our state, Edo State. They burned down a lot of police stations, looted their ammunitions. During that same time, there was a jailbreak where over 2,000 criminals, were set loose, in our state. That brought another issue of terrible situation in Edo State. So you can imagine
Yes,
people who were convicted for like arson, like rape, like kidnapping, armed robbery, many things that happen. Okay, so those people were set loose, from the jail. Today, about a couple of months back, until the governor also had to come up with a quick rescue mission of the joint forces of task force of the military and the police. Before then, you heard about what happened. Some people said it was a cultist that was in the rampage, killing people. There was a lot of casualty, a lot of people dying, killing people every day in the street of Benin City. So I want you to talk about the SARS quickly. Let the audience hear before we open the line. What happened? So what happened during the SARS? Was it a well arranged program? How come there was a hijack by the hoodlums and all that stuff? Ambassador Dion Osagie.
Sir, thank you so much for the question. During the NSAS movement, I just barely left Nigeria 3 days before the NSAS movement started. All right, sir, a hungry man is an angry man. All right, it is not so much about the SARS. All right, it is about the corruption in Nigeria. A lot of people were fed up of what they are passing through. The politicians in Nigeria are worse than the police, because it is the politicians that place law that govern the police. Imagine paying a police officer who work hard every single day 30,000-40,000 naira, sir. This is bound to corruption. A policeman earning just 30,000-40,000 naira, trying to make sure the citizens are safe, is bound to go into corruption. All right, the citizens of Nigeria need to understand that it is not the police. The system of Nigeria need a proper overhauling. The politicians need to be held accountable.
Very good point.
For every single crime, a foundation that is well built and the house will be falling apart. If the foundation of the country is solid enough, we will have a system that is effective.
Okay. Well, oh my God.
There's police
brutality, yeah. The police brutality. Okay, I have a question here, real quick. Because we are still having breakages, and you are doing very well. You're doing well. I'm so proud of you. As an individual, a young
Thank you so much.
like a young, vibrant man like you. If we have, more. I know there are more of people like you out there, but at least you are on the lead. You have set the pace for others to follow you up. I hope that we have more youth that will emulate your steps, that you are taking, trying to help out to create, a very good atmosphere for good governance in Nigeria. Now, the answers, we all know what happened, okay? So I'm not going to talk too much about that. I'm not going to dwell too much on that one. So at the moment, what about the courtesan, especially in our state? What do you have to say about what is going on? I don't want you to, please do not offend anybody, and this one is not to offend anybody anyway. So, but again, the courtesan generally, I can tell you that it is something that is it's not anything that anybody can be proud of to say that he's a courtesan. No, I don't think so. So what do you think? Why do you think people have to be courtesan and then start killing themselves for just no reason? Can you say something just a little bit? But I'm not saying that people should be offended. Please just listen, okay? Ambassador Dion
Well,
Osagie.
well, thank you for the question. It's nothing to be offended about, sir.
Okay.
It pains me a lot to see that my people, young people, especially in those states, get to kill one another over courtesan. The biggest problem in that is unemployment, sir. Many young people are not employed, and idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Correct.
All right? If a young person have work, you wake up in the morning by 8 o'clock, you go to work and come back by 6 in the evening. There's no time to start thinking of going to commit crime. It's time for you to sleep and get ready for the work tomorrow. So the biggest problem that is involving courtesan in Nigeria, especially in those states, is because of unemployment. My advice for the state government is to find a way to create more public partnership so that we can employ many young people. They need to be engaged. All right? The young people in every community could serve as we can create a neighborhood watch program whereby young people.
That is already going on, yes. The governor has already created that. That's good.
Okay, so it's a beautiful initiative.
Yes.
That can cut down crime drastically when people are involved, people are engaged. All right? I think that's it. I think that our people are just not exposed. We need to teach them that there's a better way to show superiority, which is love. All right? It is a greater attribute to show love than to hate your brother. If you think you are a strong person, you are a strong man, show love. Show the word love. Because that's more difficult.
Ambassador Dion Osagie, thank you so much. You are a wonderful young man.
Thank you so much.
I so much appreciate you. I so much, everything that you're doing, you are doing it, in the right direction to the glory of God. Believe me.
Thank you.
Today, I think for those people who are be criticizing you, in a negative way, they now have the opportunity. That's the reason why I brought you to the program. And I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to repeat it again because, unfortunately, because of the technical issues that we'll be having today, so I'm going to bring you back in because I need people to know that you have great intention for our state, for our people, and for that country. There's nobody that is going to, you cannot, there's no way you can touch anybody who is doing well, who is doing the good thing. The people demands, our people are suffering. You have talked so much about that. Our people are in poverty, and you are here to rescue. You are here to take them out of poverty, to remove that suffering. You have created a lot of platforms that people have seen. I have seen that myself. That you are doing well in those areas. I don't care how you're doing it. I don't care what you say about it. My own is that our people, they deserve better, treatment, especially from our politicians. You have touched so much on it. I'm into activism and politics myself. But the thing is, the politicians have a lot of the guilt, you talk about the remuneration, the salaries of the politician, whereby we were struggling to get 30,000 naira as the basic salary for people in Nigeria, but it's
crazy, man.
How much?
It's crazy. It's so crazy. It's
the
bad.
outrageous amount of money being paid to politicians in our country. So that is crazy.
That's the highest level of scam.
Exactly. So the politicians, they carry a lot of the blame. You talk about constituency money, budget party, a while ago. Yes, that is something I've been kicking against myself. Constituency money is not supposed to go to the pocket of the politician, the legislators. No, it's supposed to go directly to the people who needs them in the constituency. You give the money.
Sure.
Myself, Ambassador Wifo, and Ronnie Jacobs, I've talked about this in the past. You give the money to the politicians. Guess what they're gonna do? They put it in their pocket. They're not going to do anything. All they do is go to put a borehole, so which individual can even put in their own homes.
Of course.
That is that's not acceptable anymore moving forward. And then you also talk about, we don't want to talk about the salary. We all know that Nigeria is being cheated by Nigerians, by politicians. You know,
Sure.
so that is not going to work anymore from the way things are. I'm going to bring in the issue of our governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki. You know what happened. I do not want you to be, you know, I want it to be straightforward here, you know. So this is not being against this or that. I'm not going to go back to the campaign, you know, era. You know, it's gone. We have had a winner. We have a winner already. So we have a winner already who is the same governor that is taking the state to the next level. I personally like what he's doing. I've not met him. He is not sponsoring my program, you know. So basically, I wanted to talk about it. Mr. Ambassador Osagie, you know, the state governor has been able to rescue the people from the hands of the politicians, of the political gladiators, you know, the politicians, because they have hijacked the system, you know, by just they are the one that they are in control. You know, whatever they say is what the people have. They're kind of handicapped. They can't. You know, their voice is never heard. They will not listen to them. But the Governor Obaseki, in my own opinion, has come to kill that system of God for that reason. That the people, you know, the government is for the people, and then he is also trying to bring good governance, you know, to the people, which is the right thing. Now, he has also, we have seen a lot he has done. I wanted to talk about it by yourself. We have seen the development in the abandoned secretariat, the High Court, the Dr. Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, you know, all that stuff. Then the roads statewide, the schools, the education system, everything. The man has, you know, I think it's an American product, I would put it that way, you know. So he know what time is it, and then he's doing the same, he's replicating everything in our state. What do you have to say? Is there anything you need to, any advice or anything that you have to say about what the governor is doing in our state?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for the question. Like you said, in your opinion, which everyone is entitled to their opinion, I personally don't think that the governor is doing anything outside of his work. I don't think anybody will say the governor is trying. You live in Dallas, Texas. If you go to George Bush Freeway, you go to 75, all those are state projects. You understand? The governor is working based on his responsibility as a governor. His job is to develop the state. His job is to make sure that every citizen of Edo State is in safe hands. So for me, I think that the governor has a good intention for Edo people, but the governor problem is that he is working with people who don't have the same interest at heart as him. That's the biggest problem the governor has. I've always said on my social media platform that Edo State governor is a good man. He's not a bad person, but he is working with a bunch of people who don't have the same interest as him. Look at it. Before the last election, look at how many people left his office. His chief of staff left. A lot of commissioners left him. That's because they never had a good interest for his people. All right? If you truly have the interest of the governor at heart, we'll use the former chief of staff, for example. During the COVID, this is Francis Akeyere. During the COVID, when the world is coming together, showing support to their government, coming together to move their state or their country forward, the chief of staff to the governor of Edo State left him. What does that tell the world? It shows that the young man never had the interest of Edo people at heart, because you left the governor when the governor needed you the most. So the governor, once again, has a good intention for Edo people, no doubt about that. But the people working with the governor are not genuine. So the governor of Edo State needs to fish out the people who don't want progress of Edo State and let them go. You understand? So you cannot be saying the governor is trying when the people who are supposed to help the governor make that change are not effective. The governor, sir, only in my office at the God Sent Foundation, I know the amount of responsibility I face every day, not to talk of the state governor. The state governor cannot be everywhere. He cannot do everything. He needs the people who are under him to act. And those people, they are not acting. They are very, very dubious. And I pray that God continue to expose them one by one. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Ambassador, yeah, you spoke well. Actually, if you look at it, if you look at, the position of the governor, he is the one that directs what is going on. He's in charge of it. But that does not mean that he's everywhere. Like you just said, he cannot be everywhere. It depends on the people he is also working with, his intention to deliver those intentions to the people. He needs other people that have the same
That's
will.
the biggest problem those states is having.
Yeah,
that
have the same driving spirit like him.
That's what I keep saying, sir.
Exactly.
That's the only problem the governor is having.
Right.
The governor have good plans for those states.
Right.
I mean, if you have lived in America, it is almost natural for you to have your people at heart.
Yes.
It's almost natural for you to see that you want to make a change. That's what America is about.
Exactly.
America is about love.
Exactly.
Even the person that don't know you, if you are walking out of your house this evening, if you see your neighbor is most likely to smile at you.
That's right.
So it is a natural phenomenon
Yes.
for someone who live in America, even for 1 year,
Yes.
to know that you have to show love. But the people walking around you who are in Nigeria, what they want to do is take. If you look like some of the commissioners that is currently looking in Edo State, some of them have bought mansions in Edo State. Some of them have bought mansions in Lagos in less than 4 years. So those are the things.
All right. So thank you so much. You see, what you're saying generally is that so far so good. We can score the governor high because he was even disturbed for over a year and a half by the godfathers, by the wannabe godfather, the wannabe emperors. They disturbed him because they know that what this guy, his intention is very meaningful, and to the benefit of the people, which is democracy actually, So the man want the people to benefit in the educational sector.
Personally,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, sir.
Go ahead.
I personally do not think that anybody disturbed the current governor of those states, because if anyone disturbed the current governor, those persons disturbing him, he could have probed them. What stopped Osagie from probing Oshomole? If he truly believed that Oshomole was not a good governor, if he truly believed that he was not involved in some kind of deal that went on in those states, it is the responsibility of the governor to probe the last governor of Edo State. If you have probed Oshomole, say, okay, you did this job was a scam, but no such thing. They keep saying the governor is governor, but there's no proof of that. We don't believe in what they say, we believe in what we see. That's my attitude. If Osagie have probed Oshomole, then I would have believed that Osagie truly wants the best for the Edo people. But there's no proof. I'm just going by what they said.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. We are running out of time. We're going to go to the audience now. I'm opening up the phone line for you to call in. Please, you have been following us on this program today. We appreciate you. But it's now time for you to call in and make your contribution. Ask the question you want to ask. And please be constructive and be objective in your questioning. So the phone line is open. It's WhatsApp only. The number is +1 214 229 7475. Again, the number is, if you're calling from outside United States and Canada, you have to put either a 00 in front of the number or a +1. Add +1 or 001. 001 or +1. And the number is 214 229 7475. Give us a call now and tell us something about this program today. Like I said, we're going to repeat the program. I'm going to bring in Ambassador Dion Osagie some other time. Then we'll work on the technicalities, that we've been having issues with in the studio. Before then, we'll be ready, But in the game, it's been a good show so far, so good. Please give us a call now, 214-229-7475. Thank you for being part of the program. I'm going to bring you the music of Osakpama Ohen while we are waiting for your call. As soon as you get the call, I'll bring it up. But if you do not if you don't wish to give us a call, go ahead and leave
Or
your
they can make
message.
a comment. They
Yeah.
can make a comment on the
Leave
post.
your message, leave your comment on the. Yes, I've seen a lot of people commenting. I've seen a lot of people
Yeah, they
commenting.
can,
Yes.
yeah.
But unfortunately, I cannot read all the comments. But we will, if because of the numerous people making comments, what we can do is to respond to those comments. Ambassador, are you with me? So we're going to respond to
I'm with you, sir.
whatever issue they raise in the comment box. Okay. I know that they may not be able to call, but some people are already leaving their messages in the message box on Facebook Live. So we will respond to them. We'll get back with them. And maybe from those questions, we have some matters arising from it, so that when you come back next time, we can, iron that out. There's a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of comments, on the message box. So I'm not able to go in there and
no problem.
questions. So we will respond to that, with time. So, but right now, if anybody want to call, the number is 214-229-7475. Ambassador Dion Osagie has been on the Jobran Idele-Ero show, and we are still here waiting for you to give us a call. So I'm gonna bring you the music of Osakpawa on hand while we are waiting for your call. Enjoy the music. Mr. Ambassador, please stay tuned. You can go ahead and
I'm with you.
drink some water, and be ready for to answer questions.
No problem, sir.
Is the music playing for you on the Dion Idele-Ero show. All right, we're gonna pause that again. We're gonna stop the music. The ambassador is here. I'm gonna just round up the program. Maybe we will respond to your questions on the message box, the one that you have left to the message box on Facebook Live, and then so that we can create matters arising from that, so that when next I bring in the ambassador Dion Osagie, we can both sort out the question and answers to you, and we will also hope that you'll be part of the program anytime we call upon you. You can don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is I'm going to put it on your screen. The YouTube channel is www.jobran. YouTube.com/user/Joe-Ero100. That's our YouTube channel. So again, you are still listening to the Jobran Idele-Ero show, and I'm bringing you the YouTube channel, so that you can also go over there and subscribe to it and be part of the program next time. Here it is on your screen, so please go to www.youtube.com/user /Joe-Ero, Joeero 100. That's our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, and then because we're going to bring you this recording, the video recording of what we just said. You heard the voice of the ambassador, but you never saw him on video. But I guarantee you, the video is being recorded. I'm going to broadcast it live and put it on his own channel as well, so he can share to his fans. You've all heard about what we talk about today. The ambassador came out, he came out large and actually expand on his potentials, what he intended, what he liked, what he prefer that country to be, the way he wanted to be, and he has been doing his best. I want everyone else who also have the same challenges to come up, to step up and help our people. He has been there for the less privileged, the children most especially. He is sponsoring a lot in school, took them out of the street and put them in school. He's sponsoring them, paying for their school fees. He is sponsoring widows and giving them financial assistance for their trade, for their businesses. And he's also taking care of some. Once every now and then, I see him distributing food for people, live. And nobody can dispute that. So generally, nobody's perfect. We are all human beings. He may have his own flaws as well, but that doesn't mean that people should, just be too hard criticizing. That's the reason why I brought him out here today, for him to speak out, and then the people should listen to him, that he has good intentions for the people of our state and Nigeria at large. Thank you so much, Ambassador, for being with us. We're running up now. I want you to go ahead and say something to the people before I bring you back in next time. I'm going to have to work on that. First of all, to fix the technical issues right here in the studio, and then so that we will be, having a good flow of communication to the people. So the Ambassador Dion Osagie, you've been so magnanimous, you've been so wonderful. Surely appreciate your appearance, appreciate your time. I want you to go ahead and round up.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and round up and tell the people something that you're going to leave them with a message before you come back in here next time. Thank you. Ambassador Osagie, please go ahead.
All right, Mr. Joe, I want to thank you first for such a wonderful platform that you are using to enlighten the people, to also promote social welfare, social justice, equality, good governance, and all that. We truly appreciate it. And for those persons watching or listening to this video, any part of the world, I want to continue to encourage you to believe in the unity of Edo State, to believe in the unity of Nigerians. This is one way we can move forward. Until we are able to unify, we cannot really move forward. All right? I want to thank everyone who have listened to this video or audio for your patience and your togetherness. I want you to continue to support Dion Osagie, because I mean well for my Edo people. I want to reassure you that I will continue to do my part in making sure that our people see a better day. Making Edo great is a dream come true for me. Congratulations to all the good people of Nigeria, and we'll continue to move forward in the name of God. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joe.
Yes.
That's Mr. Joe Brown.
I hope you will not hesitate to come back to the program next time.
I would love to be back. We need to start discussing more so that our people can be enlightened.
Absolutely.
You know,
it can always get better. I will always send you the invitation, to join us.
Please. Anytime there's a debate, you can bring me, because our people need to be hearing different opinions, right, so that maybe people who see me differently can also see me the way I am, from my own different opinion. People can have a different view of me, right, because people tend to always see people from what they hear, and I think that's wrong. I think that you cannot just hear something and assume that this person is this way. But you have got to hear from me. You can't judge a story by one side. Right. And I think that the highest level of being foolish, sir, is to believe what you hear of people. All right? You cannot do that because some persons say, oh, Dion Osagie is a scammer, Dion Osagie is a thief. You have not taken the time to make your own proper research. Dion Osagie have not stolen $1 from you. There's no record of any single person coming out to say, Dion Osagie stole this money from me, and you two believing that Dion Osagie is a scammer. I think that's foolishness. So I think that with this platform, I'll be able to address my people more, talk to them, to see things the way things are. After living in America for 20 years, if I'm not able to fend for myself, then there's a problem. Sir, if you must know, working at Walmart America is far better than being a doctor in Nigeria. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you for having me.
Oh my God, I hear you. I hear what you said. You know, I mean, well, the doctors, I think they are doing well too. You know, I think they are doing well in Nigeria. You know, because you use that word.
No, sir.
I know what you mean by bringing in doctors.
I know a lot of doctors. I know a lot of doctors who run to Canada to become refugees, sir. Their salary is just 100,000 naira.
Okay, well, however, we all know that
Even the Nigerian president, sir, do not believe in our own doctor. How can we have a president in Nigeria that fly to United Kingdom for healthcare when the budget for healthcare in Aso Rock alone is running into millions? Yet we have our own president who leave our country to go get treatment in a different country. It means that the president do not believe in our own doctors. So you won't want me to believe.
All that will be fixed with the coming of, with the development of the
It's
youth
about time, sir. We need to start
the youth participation in politics is very important. We want credible people, who really mean well for that country to be.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
to participate in it. Because if you do not participate, then you're going to continue to be rubbished by those people who by those selfish people who don't know what they're doing.
That's a big problem of having, sir.
That's my call. I'm calling on everybody to be part of the government. Participate in it. Don't shy away from it. Do not shy away from it. Because if you do not, then you'll be governed by non-entities, So people who doesn't know
that's the fact. That's the fact.
So that's it. Everybody should try and be part of the government. So that way you can, project and the good governance to the people, so that you take the people out of suffering. Because our people are actually suffering. I'm telling you that. So you just described it by saying that the people working at Walmart are even better than the doctors in Nigeria, So that is just the least you can say about how our people are maltreated by our own people in Nigeria. Well, I want to thank everyone for being with us today. Please do not forget to join us again on Wednesday, the same time Wednesday. We'll be right here. It is 11:30 a.m. Central Time,
on Wednesday.
Canada. Yeah, on Wednesday, 11:30 a.m., which is going to be like 12:30 p.m. in Canada. If you are still over there in Canada, are you in Toronto or where you are?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto.
Okay, so over there it should be like 1 hour ahead of us. So if it is 11:30 here, there will be 12:30 over there in Toronto, Canada. And then UK, it is 5:30 p.m. in the evening. Then Nigeria is 6:30 p.m. also in the evening. So please don't forget to join us. It's every Wednesday and Saturday. We have our live broadcast on Facebook and as well YouTube. So please join us again. I want to leave you with this comment that please try and be your brother's keeper so that we can have a better society to live in Nigeria. Thank you for joining us, and may God bless you for the rest of the week. Take care, and we'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
One love.
Yeah.
Bye.
Aquero tata,